Hi everyone, in this video we are going to look at and swatch part of MAC's Holiday 2018 collection. If you aren't familiar, every year MAC releases a holiday set and they are usually divided into multiple different waves of releases. This time it looks like there will be 3 different waves that include different kinds of products. This first wave or collection is called the Shiny Pretty Things collection. You can purchase these items through MAC Cosmetics, through I believe Ulta now, and of course your other standard retailers such as Macy's and Nordstrom. You can also get cash back on your orders, including if you purchase directly through MAC's website. It's 3% through Ebates, so you get 3% on your order back to you. If you sign up with Ebates, I will put a link in the description box below to that, as well as a link to where you can find these items if you're interested in purchasing any of them. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you see the latest collection, including the NARS Holiday Swatch collection. And stay tuned for the next video, which we'll publish on Friday of this week, because in that video, not only will we go over a ton of new products, I will introduce to you some new brands that I will be swatching and featuring on this channel, and I'm going to be giving away a palette that is in very high demand. Make sure you check out that video if you're interested in winning a very nice eyeshadow palette. We'll start off by looking at the 2 face compacts. These retail for $39.50 each. As you can see, they each contain 3 different face powders, a highlighter, a blush, and a bronzer. There's one in fair and one in medium deep. Each palette is decorated as if it were the outside of a present, and they close via a magnet, have a full-length mirror inside. Here are the shades in the medium to deep palette. And here are the shades in the light palette. As always, I will swatch these with a powder brush. So the highlighting shade is in the shade String Lights. This is an Extra Dimension Skin Finish shade. The shade is a light pink shimmer, although I don't see too much pink in this shade. Powder is applying beautifully. You don't really need 2 layers, but I'm gonna apply it for the camera. In the middle is the Extra Dimension Blush in the shade Sweater Weather. This is a bright peachy pink with a golden sheen. I'll agree with MAC's color description. This is a second layer, but I don't really see any golden sheen on this shade. And the Extra Dimension Bronzer in the shade 5 Alarm Kiss. This is a second layer, and this is a light, warm toned bronzer. Okay, here are the 3 shades from the Fair palette up close. The highlighting shade from the medium deep palette is called Soul Glow. Again, applies beautifully and smoothly. Don't need to apply 2 layers for it to show up, but if you want it more intense, this is a golden bronze shade. The blush is in the shade Carolers. This is a pinky copper. This shade too doesn't really need a second layer, but if you want something more intense. And the bronzer is in the shade Quick Trip. This is a medium deep shade. Really don't need a second layer on this, I don't think, but to stay consistent. Alright, there are the face shades from the medium deep palette. Again, they apply very nicely over the skin. I'm quite impressed with the formula this time around. Next up, we have 2 Extra Dimension Skin Finishes. These retail for $35 each. So this first shade here is called Oh Darling. And this shade is called Snow Flushed. Oh Darling is a metallic gold shade. And again, this Extra Dimension Skin Finish formula is applying so smoothly over the skin and effortlessly. And Snow Flushed is a metallic gold pink. This shade has larger shimmer particles, but again applies effortlessly, so smoothly. Really impressed. It has a slight duochrome flash from pink to gold and back. Okay, those are the 2 shades on the skin with 2 layers applied. I want to know what these would look like with more of an eyeshadow application. Ooh, these are so pretty. And I really, again, am impressed at how evenly they are applying over the skin. Next up, let's look at the 2 eyeshadow palettes. These are called the Eye Party eyeshadow palettes, and they retail for $29.50 each. And they each contain 9 eyeshadows. And once again, you have that gift-wrapped kind of packaging, a magnetic closure, and a full-sized mirror inside. You also get a dual-ended synthetic fiber brush. This here is the Rose palette. As always, I will swatch these with an eyeshadow brush over eyeshadow primer. This is the Smoky palette. And these have been untouched, so those little scrapes and things that you see on the pan, little smudges, that's how they came in the packaging brand new. All right, from the Rose palette, the first shade is Little Drummer Bay. This is a light warm beige with a satin formula. Next is Pear Crisp. This is described as a dusty pink copper metallic with a frost finish. I don't see any kind of rose tone to this though. Tea Dust is it again says dusty pink beige with a satin finish. I don't really see any pink tone in there. Lark Angel is a metallic, it says warm rose with a frost finish. This is more warm toned, but again, I don't really see any rose tint to it. Winter Rose is described as a bright hot pink with a frost finish. I'm not sure if this is quite hot pink. I think it's just a medium rose pink with like a silvery metallic finish. Holly Folly is a frosted fiery red with a Velux pearl finish. This goes on very patchy. I'm gonna add a second layer, more of a tapping motion with the metallic finish and the nature of a red shade. I'm not too surprised that it doesn't go on as smoothly as the others. Next is Redwood, which is a rich burgundy red with a frost finish. Don't know about red, but to me it looks like a shimmering eggplant, like a deep, almost browned eggplant. Sunday Plum is a rich royal purple with a frost finish. And Cordial is a blackened plummy red brown with a matte finish. Again, no red tone in this shade. Okay, here's the Rose palette. I think MAC is a little delusional in terms of this being a rose palette. There's only 2 shades that are red or pink. The rest are purple or brown. And once we hit the middle of the palette, things got a little bumpy and rough, with the exception of that last matte shade, which actually is very, very nice. For the Smoky palette, we start with Tinsel Queen, which is a bright chrome silver with a frost finish. Next is Everwarm, which is a metallic gunmetal with a frost finish. Decemberist is a frosty taupe brown with a frost finish. This is interesting. It's taupe at the base and then the shimmer is silver. Wuthering Heights is a dirty mid-tone taupe with a matte finish. Cool Compliment is a cool medium brown with a matte finish. Windy Moors is a duochrome metallic teal with a frost finish. Wow, this is a beautiful shade. It does need more product, so I'm applying a second layer here. In the Shadows is a vibrant dark blue with a frost finish. Cold Front is a dark brown with a golden sheen. This has a satin finish. And Carbon is a classic recycled MAC shade. This is an intense black with a matte finish. Alright, there's the Smoky palette. Really interesting, beautiful shades, I think. A bit rough in terms of application with these, even with the duochrome, but it layered beautifully, so at the end of the day you get a really nice finish. And Carbon, MAC could stop putting Carbon in any palette for the rest of its existence, and I don't think anyone would be mad. So here you go, up close with the smoky shades. Alright, let's look next at the Shiny Pretty Shadows. As you can see, it's available in 5 different shades. These retail for $21 each. This shade is P for Pink, Major Win, Just Chilling, Joy 2, and Make a Wish. The description for these say that these are a pressed glitter eyeshadow with a mix of glitter, shimmering pearls, and glittering glass bead pigments. And the usage says to apply these using the fingers. Normally I would swatch with a brush, but I'm going to go ahead and follow the directions and we will do finger swatches for this particular formula. Alright, P is for Pink is a rose gold with silver sparkle. There is a slight flash of like a pinky shade. I don't know that this really is rose gold though. Major Win is an ash pink with silver shimmer. Just Chillin' is a gray with a silver sheen. That one's super intense. Joy 2, it says a gray brown with shimmer. I don't know where these descriptions are coming from. This is like a plummy purple with a strong silver sheen. And Make a Wish is a tarnished olive shimmer. Alright, there are the shades up close. I normally am not someone who loves super glittery stuff, and when I hear pressed glitter, I'm like, oh, but these are beautiful. They are gorgeously shimmery, and they do really well with finger application. Let's round out the eye products with the Dazzleliners. They are available in 4 shades. They cost $22 each. This is the shade Midnight Toast, A Little Moonlight, Statuesque, and Holiday Time. Alright, Midnight Toast is a midnight blue with silver pearl. I see light blue pearl in here. Thicker swatch so you can see on camera a little better. A Little Moonlight is black with silver and gold pearl. I don't know if I see the gold that much. Statuesque is a true silver shimmer. And Holiday Time is a gold with pink shimmer. Okay, those are the 4 shades. Unfortunately, I don't think you're going to get an opaque finish out of this kind of formula. I like the last shade the best, and I don't think it needs to be opaque given the highlighting nature of the shade. But just so you know, I think you're going to have a little bit of see-through there. Let's move on to lip products. There are 5 lip glosses. They retail for $18.50 each. This shade is Scarcely Seen, Cake Top, Ice Orchid, Tudor Rose, and Rose Buddy. Scarcely Seen is a light beige pink. Not too much pink in that shade. Cake Top is a pinky peach with icy shimmer. Again, I think this is more of like a copper with maybe a hint of peach or a pink flash. Ice Orchid is a mid-toned cool pink with silver shimmer. Tudor Rose is a hot magenta with pink pearl. And Rose Buddy is a deepened berry with red shimmer. Alright, there are your 5 lip gloss shades. And last up, we have 5 lipsticks. These retail for $19.50 each. Again, in that chrome type of metallic or reflective silver packaging. This shade here is Babe Town, At Leisure, A Wink of Pink, Both Cheeks, and Straight Fire. Babe Town is a dirty beige pink with a cream sheen finish. At Leisure is a creamy, says pink beige with gold pearl. This has a frost finish. A Wink of Pink, mid-tone rose with bronze gold shimmer. This is another frost shade. Both Cheeks is a bright fuchsia, matte finish. And Straight Fire, which is a metallic true red. This is a relatively new formula. It has a matte metallic finish. There are your 5 lipstick shades. This is the first time I'm trying out that matte metallic formula. I will say it did tug a little more than the rest of the shades, even the matte formula. All right, so there is your first wave of the holiday collection and offerings from MAC Cosmetics. I have to say that I was not really impressed by what this collection looked like online and in the promotional images. I'm a little more impressed in person now that I've gotten to see the products, especially with the packaging. It is very festive and just pretty, but also with the performance of the shades. I think the eyeshadow palettes were more impressive than I thought they would be. They were a little more consistent in terms of good quality shades across the board. I was super impressed by the Shiny Pretty shadows, which are those pressed glitters. I think that's probably the standout thing in the collection. And I was also quite impressed by all of the shades and how well they swatched when it came to the blush trios, and of course those individual highlighters. I think the least impressive part of this collection is going to be the liners, those glittery liners. I just don't think you're going to get a smooth or opaque line. And also the lip glosses, but that's just kind of the nature of lip glosses. So please feel free to share what your thoughts are in the comment section below in terms of what you are most excited about in this collection, or anything that was not as you expected when it was swatched. I hope this video was helpful to you if you're trying to decide what to purchase. As always, thanks for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next video.